we will be making 2 locks. One of them will look like that, and another one will look like that. And that one is pretty big. Now, it isn't pretty big right there, but if you try to make it into a giant mansion one, that if you put in the wrong combination, it blows up. Don't try to invade my mansion because you'll get blown up. If you try to do that, it will take a lot of space. If you try to do that, it'll take about this much space right here. Now you might be thinking you could easily squeeze that together and make it twice as small. And yes, you could, but it would not be worth the trouble. Now, that right there is irrelevant because it was a lot of trial and error to make that. But the reason that I have half of all of this machinery is just to make the TNT right there blow up if you put the wrong combination in when you're trying to invade my mansion. So don't try to invade my mansion. Anyway, let's start making the first one. You will need levers, button. You won't need a hopper or a dropper. You'll need a random block of your choice. I use iron. You'll need a sticky piston, redstone dust, redstone comparator, redstone torch, and a redstone repeater. So now you're just going to build a wall of 6 double high. And I will show you how to get some things with the iron door later, but I'm just going to give you the guts of this. I'm not going to give you the all the other stuff. So just put 4 right there, 1 right there, and then you should have put them 1 to the left from what I did. Anyway, put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can do this with as many levers as you want. Just make a random combination. I'll use, say, that. It doesn't matter. And then put 1, 2 right there. Repeater, repeater, redstone dust, redstone dust. And then what you're going to do here is put 4, put redstone there, and then repeaters here, 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 and here. Now, you see the repeaters that are glowing, ignore the redstone. The repeaters that are glowing, you need to take a redstone torch. Well, first of all, you need to delete them or break them or whatever you want to call them. Then you're going to put redstone torches right there. And it should be off. Now, if you move that, it's going to turn on. If you move another one, it's going to turn on. So, if you get the combination 1 off, no matter how it's off, or as many off as you can get it, if it's off at all, it's not going to work. And you won't get to open your door. Anyway, so you have that. Now, this is really cool. You're going to put a redstone torch here and a comparator here. Now, here's the cool part. If you put a sticky piston here, now, if you have the repeater here, and then you put that you have current going into the comparator, and you have a block in between them like that, that'll go on. If you don't have it going into the current going into the comparator, you put it here, it does nothing. So it's really cool. And the reason you need a sticky piston is because when you push the input button, it's gonna take the same thing that's over here and allow it to go through. And I think that's really cool. Anyway, there's your output. Now, I'm not going to show you today how to put it into the iron doors because I'm doing 2 locks, but you have to make sure the hinges are the right way. And if you just put the door down, the hinges could go either way. And that's a problem because you need the hinges the same way you put the redstone. So the way to do that is you make sure there's no blocks on one side, on the side that you don't want the hinges to be on. Make sure there's 2 blocks on the side that you do. Place it down, and then the hinges will go that way. If you just place it in the middle with no blocks or with 2 blocks on either side, it'll go a random way. And so that's how you do that. And then here's another really important thing. So you have your door up here, you can't do this and then put your redstone right here. It just will not work. So you could do, there are two options. You could have it like this. Actually, you would have it like that. But yeah. Anyway, you could have it like that. Or you could put a repeater there. It doesn't matter which you use. I would honestly use the just regular redstone way because it takes less than survivals to get the regular redstone. But you could do either because if you put something here, it's not going to work. So that's a tip for doing that. And then the other block is going to look like that on the other side, except for the anvil. I don't know why the anvil's there. It'll look kind of like that. And it's a keycard lock. So you will need an anvil for this one. And I'll tell you another bunch of stuff that you need to get later. Anvil you can use, I don't care if you use very damaged or slightly damaged or regular, because you'll only need to upgrade 23 things. But it's only 23 paper, so you can do it in one shot. So you'll need to get some paper. Yes, that's the same. And anyway, you need to get 23, as I said. And the rest of it you can throw out. Or you can keep, because you like paper. I don't care. Anyway, anvil. You don't even need to use paper. You can use a wooden sword. You could use an item frame. I don't know. Use whatever you want. Anyway, you need to name it something. I would name it like keycard and then a bunch of random letters and numbers and characters and stuff. Because that way if somebody tries to break in, they don't just put paper and name keycard and it works. I'll name it, please subscribe. And then you have your... Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you need a dropper. You can do that instead of your anvil. And you'll need a hopper. And you'll need to do the crouch. If you're on Bedrock Edition, that is the left shift. If you do it on PE, which I'm doing it on right now, it's just crouch, which is this button right there. Anyway, you have that. Now, don't even try to put the paper in yet, because this thing will not work. Well, it will work, you just have to get all the paper out, and it's really annoying. You need to put the redstone torch there, and then you need to put 1, 2, 3. You need to put one in each of those and put one there. Now, then you'll need to get one paper out, or whatever you're using. And then you're going to put the block, 1, 2, and then comparator, redstone, repeater. The comparator needs to be off, by the way. Now, here is the most important part. You can't just put a repeater here. It won't work. You can't put 2 redstone and then a repeater. It won't work. It's tested. You need to put 1 redstone and then a repeater. And that will be your output. And then you just put your keycard in, the dropper, you click it, it goes on, and then your keycard magically reappears in the dropper. Now, you can try, I don't know if this will work, but I wonder, can you rename the dropper, say, keycard reader, and then will the name pop up right there? Now you'll need to put that behind the hopper, which can be a challenge. And see, it says keycard reader, so if you want to call it keycard reader, feel free to do that. There's your magic keycard reader. You click the button, and you have the output. And then that's the same output. And you notice that I didn't know that it would do that or not. because I'm kind of a newbie and I like to experiment with stuff, but I only tell you guys stuff that I know unless I tell you an experiment.